YouTube Team TV, are we back with another video? Y'all might see me looking down at my phone during this video, but that's because I got to get y'all the information, man. We got a little bit of action this past weekend. I went and toured a couple apartment buildings, so I'm gonna share them with y'all, keep y'all in tune with the journey. Before we get started, make sure y'all like the video, man. Drop a comment down below, let me know what y'all think about the apartments I'm about to show y'all, and subscribe to the channel. A little bit of backstory, and I'm gonna try to keep this video as concise as I can and as linear as I can and not go all over the place. Basically, I toured a couple luxury apartment buildings downtown here in the city, Kansas City. One called the One Light, the other called the Two Light. So there's One Light, Two Light, Three Light, and they're like a series of luxury apartment buildings downtown in Kansas City. So I went and toured One Light and Two Light this past weekend. Now, these is buildings that I've drove past like a lot, and I've never been in either one of them. There's a Three Light as well. I haven't toured that one or been in that one yet. It's the newest of the three, and I always thought that I wanted to live in the One Light, the Two Light. Now they put up the Three Light. So I went to go check them out, and a little bit underwhelming. And y'all gonna see what I mean once y'all see some of the clips. So we're gonna get into the first clip. The first clip is a studio is what they called it. It's in the One Light, which is the first building that I toured. And that was the building I was really interested in. So this is a studio. It actually has a bedroom in it though. I think this was on the 15th floor. As y'all can see, the bathroom layout is kind of like mine, except it's just not as big. But the shower looks easier to clean than what I have now. I like the glass door that they have there, although it being layered, it could be harder to clean at times. Just a utility closet here, standard in all the apartment buildings. Bedroom space cut out. It didn't have a closet in it, but the closet is in the hallway. It was an okay space, kind of would fit my bed and maybe an end table or two that I have now, and that's probably it in there. The closet was okay size. It'll probably fit all my stuff because I don't have a whole lot, so should be decent. And then it had a washer and dryer in unit. Now the washer and dryers in the One Light unit were surprisingly better than the ones that were in the Two Light unit. But then here's the living room space. It's a decent size, but I mean, I'm going from like almost 1,000 square feet down to like 500. And I just don't know if that's something that I would be able to do. The appliances in here were nice. And then aside from that, you can also see the view. So you get a view right out into the power and light district where a lot of partying is going on, a lot of shows, so on and so forth. So this particular unit is facing south, and on the 15th floor, it could get a little bit noisy if I wanted to live there. So that's something that I have to take into consideration as well. Another thing too, I really want a balcony or an outside space in the new apartment or townhouse or whatever I choose to go with. This not only doesn't have that in unit, but it also doesn't even have a window that I can open. So where I'm at now, I can actually vent my windows. There I wouldn't be able to. So I'm kind of taking a step back as far as space is concerned, and as far as just the ability to get fresh air is concerned, when I kind of want to take a step forward. So the next apartment that I looked at was in the same building. This was on the 25th floor. So this is a penthouse unit. Bathroom super similar, it's just flipped because this one is facing north, so everything in it is flipped. It also has a closet when you walk in. It's like a coat closet, kind of like what I have when I walk into my apartment now. And then the actual closet is outside in the hallway as well. Bedroom is the exact same, it's just flipped. I don't know if I like the cutout in the bedroom, but it will let some natural light in there, being that it's not by the windows like how mine is right now. Closet space was similar, and then it also had a nice washer and dryer in here as well. Now the difference in this apartment is, since it's a penthouse unit, it actually has higher ceilings. It's got more storage in the kitchen, and as you can see, the loftier ceilings make a huge difference. And then obviously the view is just incredible. That's like a view that I've always dreamed of having right there. And this one was probably my favorite out of everything I saw this weekend, I'm not gonna lie. But it is high up, so If you have vertigo, it's something to get used to when you first kind of are in the space, because I'm not gonna lie, when I walked over to the windows, I could feel myself kind of getting a little bit queasy, but it passed. So that would be something to get used to as far as living that high. Same things though, less noise on the north side. I would like to live on the north side, but I don't know about the lighting and stuff. Right now I'm south facing, so I get the sun all day, which makes it warmer in here, but I also get good lighting in here. I'll probably get good lighting there as well, and then the view is just to die for. But I can't open the windows, and what was the other gripe? Oh, it's not as noisy, but I can't open the windows and I don't have a balcony. That's the other thing too. So something to think about with that second unit. That was also a studio, but it's technically a 1 bedroom. But that one and the previous one are like 560 square feet. So way smaller than what I have now. The next unit that I checked out was also on the penthouse level, same level as that last studio. This one was a true 1 bedroom. When you walk in here, washer and dryer is kind of at the door. It's got a different style door. Here you'll see there's an island in this one, kind of like what I have here. Wine fridge in the kitchen. Same appliances as the other apartments, but you got more storage since it's on the 25th. There's also loftier ceilings. Now that's a good size living space. It's something that I could live with coming from what I'm in now. There was a bedroom. The bedroom was pretty nice as well. I don't love the carpet. I could actually kind of smell the carpet when I walked in there. The closet size was pretty comparable to what I have now. Obviously a little smaller, but it's plenty of space for me. So overall, a good bedroom. Kind of the same layout again. I don't have a closet in the hallway, but that's what's in this one. Good additional space. And then the bathroom comparable to the 2 studios that I had seen previously. So this one is more my speed. Obviously this one is west facing, so you get a different view of the city. If you look at the skyline, those 4 pillars are like some of the staple pieces on our skyline. So it's west facing. Now the thing with west facing is that the sun sets in the west, so I won't get sunlight all day, direct sunlight, which is fine. But then in the evening hours, I'll get direct sunlight, and can see the sunset and stuff too. So that's something else to consider. The largest thing was the price for me. It was at the tip top of my budget. Bumping the head on the ceiling, might be a little bit above the ceiling as far as what I want to spend. I didn't want to fall in love with it just because I was being realistic. Like I just don't know if paying that much in rent is worth it. So they look great and they feel great, but I don't know about the price. But then we had the theater space. This is one of the amenities, and the one light still. Huge theater space, huge screen, seating, pool table. I really liked that movie space there in the one light. It also had a space for working from home, or if you had to do a meeting or have a conference, do a presentation, so on and so forth. They had some other amenities in there as well. And then they also had a fitness center in building, so you could come down here for free, obviously, at any point, workout, get your workout on if you want to. And then some of the other amenities here that you won't see are, there is a Genesis Health Club that's attached to the building. So the membership there is free. You just walk over, get a membership, and then obviously you have access to a way larger gym. There's also a Constantino's, which most people don't know what that is if you're not from Kansas City, but there's a market or a grocery store that's connected to the building as well. So you go down through, you don't want to go outside, you go down through the parking lot or the parking level that's underground, and then you have access to the grocery store. So that'll be great in the wintertime, snowing or raining or whatever. I have access to a grocery store. Overall, I did like the building. It has some other amenities, had a great easy way to move in, freight elevator, a package center, concierge desk, just a beautiful building. It had a pool deck, tons of seating and stuff outside. Had another level where you can hang out with friends, get a drink, make a coffee, you can rent spaces, so on and so forth. Too much for me to even go over in one video. I didn't film a lot of that, but trust me, it was a lot and it was beautiful. So then we move over to the 2 Light, which is the newer building of the 2, and it was built in 2018, so it's the middle building of the 3. I guess I'll start with the apartments in this one. Here's the first unit I saw. It was a 1 bedroom is what they call it, but it's comparable to the studio in the One Light. This one, it was okay. I mean, the bathroom was kind of small, underwhelming there. When you walk in behind the door, there's a coat closet. It's almost the same exact layout as the One Light. They just saying it's a little more updated. Obviously, there's a stackable washer and dryer, which is not as updated as the One Light. Here's the bedroom. Same concept. The difference here is that there is closet space in the actual bedroom instead of out in the hallway like in the One Light. So the utility closet's there, and then you get a little more wall space as far as the kitchen is concerned. Same type of living space though. The difference here is it has a Juliet balcony, which I didn't open, but it overlooks the freeway and like a view of the city that wasn't great. Like I literally had a view right down this alleyway that looks sketchy, and it's probably people hanging out and shit down that alleyway. It's just something that I don't want to see every day. And then with the highway being there, it makes opening those doors almost unusable because you just get highway traffic all night, which who the hell wants to listen to the highway all night? So it was okay. Obviously a no from me. The next unit that I looked at was a few floors up, and it was flipped. It was north facing, so everything was flipped. Everything was the same though. I did like this one a little better. The floors were a little lighter in this one. Kitchen is pretty much the same. This one has a north facing view, so if you look there at the end, you could kind of see the One Light building there off in the distance to the left, and then there's power and light down below. Everything is facing the opposite direction, so the guy was saying that it was less of a noise hassle as far as that was concerned, but you're gonna still hear the noise if you live there. So that's something you'll have to get used to. Same things, the windows don't open, there's no balcony, so the only way I would be able to get outdoor space is to go down and utilize the common areas, which were beautiful, but sometimes you just want to pop out and get some fresh air and not have to go outside of your unit or go mingle with people. So that was still one of my biggest gripes in this building as well. But here's some of the amenity spaces. This is kind of when you first walk in, just tons of seating and lounging areas. It's almost like an upscale hotel lobby where you could just sit, hang out, watch TV, chat, have a drink, so on and so forth. Whatever you want to do, take a meeting, take a phone call, work from home. You want to get in a different space, you can do that as well. So very much felt like a hotel. Some of the other amenities included a fitness center, which you can see here, a little bigger than the One Light, nicer than the One Light, but obviously it's a newer building than the One Light. It doesn't have to be super top of the line in the One Light because one, is really nice anyways, and two, you have access without even going outside to the Genesis gym next door. This one had this pretty cool steam room, and it had this almost jacuzzi-like tub that you can hang out in, which was a pretty cool space as well. Some guy was actually hanging out in there, so I didn't want to record that long and make it weird, but yeah, it was almost not a sauna, but like a steam room. It was warm in there, and if you have a cold or whatever, you could probably go in there and kind of sweat it out a little bit, steam it out, whatever you choose to do. And then here is the outdoor area at the Two Light. So it was bigger than what was over at the One Light, but I don't know. I feel like what was at the One Light I could live with because it was super nice as well. But this is cool. It's just got like an infinity pool, plenty of these, I'm not sure what those are called, where you can kind of lay them down, the different layers you can lay down and lay out and sunbathe if you want to. So it had tons of those, outdoor bars, different levels, fire pits outside. I didn't get any video of the other side when you come back in, but there was a bartender there. There's a bar on staff there, a bartender on staff where you could go get a drink, so on and so forth. So a ton of amenities, a built-in kitchen, came with pots and pans if you wanted to come down and cook or reserve the space. They had a game room, ping pong table, pool table, the whole 9 yards, all of it. But the difference was in the Two Light is that it felt like a college dorm more than it felt like a luxury apartment building, versus the One Light. I didn't get that college dorm feeling. I got like high-rise apartment vibes. So I just think that the two buildings cater to a different audience, even though they're a part of this trilogy of apartment buildings. So the 2 Light was definitely a no for me, but I'd like to hear what y'all thought about it. The 1 Light, not the first unit that was facing Power and Light, but the second unit on the 25th floor that faced north. It was a smaller studio style apartment, is probably my favorite one from the day. The second favorite would be the last apartment that you saw on the 1 Light, the 1 bedroom that was west facing. Just the price there is pretty high. So with that being said, that was what I looked at over the weekend. I was so excited to get out there and look at those buildings in particular, because those were ones that I wanted to see for a long time. So glad I got to do that. Also, it's opened my mind up to the fact that now that I'm not so fixated on those buildings, I can really open my mind as far as some other options are concerned. Like, I'm not forcing it to live in those buildings, because I've looked at them and the 1 Light is great, the 2 Light is not, but still I think I can find something better than what I would be getting for my money at that 1 Light apartment. So you never know though. Also, the move-in dates, the earliest I would want to move in is July 1st. So that would be about a month after my lease is up here. I'll move back home with my mom for just a little bit. I'll take like my desk with my work set up and some clothes and all that good stuff, just the necessities while I'm there. So I'm not just full on moving back in. I'll actually get a storage unit for all of my other stuff. And then when I'm ready, I'll just sign a lease and pop into somewhere else is the plan. So, but I really want to hear what y'all think, man. That's all I got as far as the apartment search for this weekend is concerned. But it's exciting and it's fun to slow this thing down and be able to take my time and really find what it is that I'm looking for and not have to rush. So yeah, I'm happy so far. I'm content so far. We still got a lot of packing to do in this space because we got to be moved out of here in about 3 weeks. So that's on the agenda. I don't know how much of it I'm gonna record. I might record some of it though. I feel like that might be something that people will want to watch. So I'm gonna try to get some of that recorded. Make sure y'all like the video, man. Drop something in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel, man. I'm getting back consistent. I had to take a little hiatus because I had to get things ready for this process, and it's a lot. So we back now. Make sure y'all, subscribe to the channel, help the channel grow. I'm gonna see y'all in the next video. Damn.
I love that shit. I ain't gonna lie.